To introduce Alhajj Ashik by Rashid, who is a candidate for the position of the President of the World Federation. I would like to request him to say a few words.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
As an introduction to myself, I'm very well known within the East African community. I started my work with Mombasa Jamaat as a management committee, and then I was elected as Executive Councillor to Africa Federation. And through Africa Federation, I gone to the Executive Councillor to World Federation. In 1986, I migrated to Nairobi, and the dream which I had all the time for the community, which I could not fulfill anything, anywhere, I think Nairobi Jamaat gave me that opportunity when I became the president of Nairobi Jamaat. When I became the president of Nairobi Jamaat, I was also the chairman of the Nairobi Jaffa Sports Club, which was playing in second division. I managed to improve both the Jamaats drastically. For Nairobi Jamaat, I started working in getting the land for the Jamaat, which is now what you call Levington Jaffa complex. Every land was brought by me. The whole planning was mine, including the mosque was built by my family. And the architect for the mosque I had brought from Karachi. That's why you will not find same kind of architectural mosque in East Africa. It was all done from, because I have a passion for the community and a passion for things to do which outstand the things. Also for Nairobi Jaffa's Club was playing in second division, came into first division. Those people like you used to visit Nairobi on a weekend when the cricket was united. You would have found the whole community at the ground, united. That day, whatever you feel like eating, you get it. Because they were united, we used to eat together. So these are the things which I have been trying to promote within the community. Then, God gave us an opportunity to save our brothers from Somalia. Me and my brother did the evacuation program. He went by the ship. I was doing from the shore, making arrangements, everything. Following him, getting him contacts to the Italian government and everything in order to get connected with the Jamaat there, and eventually we got evacuated. When they came, Kenya government cooperated with me and my brother, although they were without a single document. All of them were released within 2 hours with the guarantee of the company. And then Central Board was formed for Africa Federation, and I became the first chairman of the Central Board. And the whole Somali family then were distributed within Nairobi, Mombasa, Moshi, Arusha, Dar es Salaam. And I'm very grateful during that time, of that tenure, Moshi played a very big role in accommodating our Somali brothers here. And very cooperative with us also. So, without these 5 Jamaats, especially Mombasa, Nairobi, Arusha, Moshi, and Dar es Salaam, it would not be able to fulfill the goal of settling the Somali brothers. But alhamdulillah, they are all settled. We spent a lot of time and money on them. Now they are paying us back. So, that was one of the great achievements of mine during that time. I'm sorry I'm taking a little bit more time. I hope you don't mind. Well, then upon the migration to, and I used to be all along the councillor to World Federation, representing Africa Federation. When I migrated to Birmingham, I became the committee member initially of Birmingham Jamaat and representing Birmingham Jamaat on World Federation level. Then I was a vice president also. I took the vice president position and served on World Federation. When ksij was formed formally and everything, I also became representing Birmingham Jamaat on ksij level. And then ksij, I led the education board there. With whatever happened during 2009, then I lost interest into the World Federation. I'll be very frank, because I want to be a frank. You should know what are my things. But I did not leave the community. I became the chairman of the senior citizens of Birmingham. I organized a lot of trips for them, a lot of activities for them. And by watching my activities with Birmingham Jamaat, then ksij appointed me as the senior chair of the senior network desk, which I'm still holding at present. Having said all this, this what is my background and what I am able to achieve to an extent for doing the Somalia rescue, I was given a Hussein medal from the Africa Federation with recognition of my service. I have received several recommendations from the Nairobi Jamaat, but they are recommendations, but the main thing is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should accept our services which we do. Now I come to what I intend to do and what are my situations at the moment. My first and foremost pledge is that I uphold the Constitution of the World Federation, which is normally being flouted. When I look at the World Federation Constitution, I find three main things which this community has been lacking for decades now. And I think especially after the passing away of Glasgow. The first one is to promote Khoja Shia internationally faith and Khoja Shia internationally community together, to promote, to cooperate. I have divided this thing into four parts. I think you people might have gone through briefly, which I gave you. The first one is the community relation with the Marja and strengthen the Taqlid and Marjayats. The second is enhance confidence in World Federation. Optimize funds, maximize resources, facilitate genuine debate from the grassroots to executive council, revitalize relevant existing projects. Social justice and inclusive of all, consisting of service globally and full engagement of brothers and sisters of all ages, valuable stakeholders in every Jamaat. And Khoja heritage activities in every Jamaat. Know and love who we are. I will start with the heritage. You might have seen World Federation making some video cassette or something like that about World Heritage, and they've spent over $250,000. I don't know how much it is worthwhile. But the heritage which I'm looking at it is a federation thing. I always ask one question wherever I go during my campaign, and that is, which is the first federation this community formed? And the usual answer I get is Africa Federation. And I think that is what you would have told me. But that is not correct. Our first federation was Tanganyika Territorial Council, which was formed before Africa Federation. The reason for that federation to be formed was during that time that we are talking before Africa Federation came into formation. Before that, Dar es Salaam was the main hub, the capital. Then we had our community all over from Kigoma, Mwanza, Bukoba, Lindi, Matwaro, I think almost 16, 17 families. Now the education in those days was only up to standard 7. And still our children could not progress more from there. They used to be there. The members were all dukawalas, they had small dukas and this and that, so when they didn't have an education, so the sons were getting into these dukas and went into that line. Secondly, because of the small community in these areas, our girls were not getting married, and they were getting overage. The third thing was that we were lacking in religion activities were very less. Okay? So they formed this federation in order that we can look after these three main factors. So as an heritage, and if you look at the federation, this federation was formed for us, for that, and to look after our affairs, not anybody else. When the children started coming into Dar es Salaam to study, they needed accommodation. So they formed Tanganyika Education Board. Under Tanganyika Education Board, they built a boarding house, occupying them much knowing about that boarding house. In 1980, when Mohammad Dirani became the president, that time it was eventually came to the Africa Federation and gave it back to Dar es Salaam, and Dar es Salaam formed in 1980 elementary school. And I'm proud to say the first sets of books, because at that time there were no books available, it was a lot of communism during the earlier time. So books were sent from Nairobi by my family. So we are the first contributors to that school at that time. Having said that, you can see that this federation is formed by us, for us. When the success of Tanganyika Territorial Council was seen, then the meeting was held in Mombasa, whereby Kenya, Uganda joined them, and the first president was Alhajj. I think this heritage and this story, I don't think our people know about it. Why are they not aware? They should be aware of it. After, when Hajj eventually became the chairman of Africa Federation, he traveled to Madagascar and he formed the Madagascar Territorial Council, which became the member of Africa. So you see, the whole thing is being formed for us, for us. Wherever we went, we formed a federation. Then nothing happened, OAS happened, and World Federation happened, but this was for us. Lately, what is happening? Nobody is working for us. World Federation is not working for us. They are interested, I don't know, in Hawaii, and I don't know where. They don't care for it. They don't know what is happening in our community. There is so much poverty. There are boys here who want to get married, but they cannot afford to get married. We have got our widows. They are in desperate situation. They are our children who need to go for education. Tell me, if a child here who is so excellent in study, he gets 95, 100%, who gets an admission into university like Oxford or Cambridge, and are we sacrificing the talent and telling him to go to India or you go to South Africa or you go to Malaysia to study because of finance? Isn't it our duty to see that boy excels in his career? We don't do it. We don't do it. Nobody cares. World Federation up till now does not have a budget. And if the budget is there, it is only for the sake of information. The councillors that we have budgeted this money to spend there, spend there, spend there. Nobody has got argument to argue about it. Nobody has got any right to say anything about it. This money which is coming in, where is it going? What are we doing with this money? Then why we are the members of World Federation? Why Africa Federation is a member? Why Pakistan or India or Europe or America or Australia are the members? For what? Huh? Everybody's told you can make 8 executive councillors to appoint. What are they going to do there? Just to sit there, eat korosho, and come back? Do they come and report to this federation or to this community or to the grassroots what is happening there? Is there any money being dispersed? We have this what you call red tapes, capital project. If you want to do a project here in Moshi, you have to first form a building committee. You have to raise 30% or 40% of the value of this thing. Then you apply with Africa Federation. Then from Africa Federation, somebody is appointed. I don't know, maybe from Dar es Salaam, from Mwanza, whoever. He comes to check your project. What does he know about Moshi? What does he know the situation of Moshi? Nothing. But he is to approve it. And after that approval, it has to go to World Federation. Now you can just imagine a person sitting in Canada or sitting in Europe who is going to make a decision for Moshi. Does it look good? Yeah, but if I want to build a school of $1.8 million in Syria, I don't have that. And then there is an excuse. I have a donor. Donor's name is not disclosed. What are we doing? Why we are doing like this? Why are we treating ourselves in those sector? And the main thing is that why is the grassroots so silent? Why are not they uproaring through the Jamaat? Why are they not demanding anything? My commitment is to uphold our constitution. My commitment is, number one, stop saying that West and East, we need separate merchant. Nowadays there is a lot of controversy. We should have a merger from West. What is wrong with our merger? The thing is that we as a federation and we as Africa Federation, World Federation, are not giving proper guidance and knowledge to our grassroots to work in how to work with the foreign merger. Okay? Look at the money which is wasted. Mobile training, $2.5 million and above, gone down the drain. You must have heard about Northern Star, $750,000 pounds down the drain. Koja heritage that video which was made and everything, more than $300,000 to $400,000. To make that comment, that documentary, what is in that? Tell me. The only thing you're seeing that the rich people are giving the interview. Show me one person from the ground level in that interview. But our grassroots people, they are not intelligent and are not that old people enough there to tell you what they are, how did we come. We are only using that top brass to give an interview. What are we doing? What are we trying to do? Is this that we are now becoming that we don't care for our poor and we are going to look after the rich only? Don't you need that we should change the money which is coming into? You know, one of the candidates in Karachi is saying World Federation is not a bank. And I'm saying that World Federation is a bank. Every year, our brothers bank pumps money into that World Federation. And where is that money going? Why are we not spending it? According to me, if I am a chairman of the World Federation, my first and foremost thing will be that I make a budget, a proper pie, and my members are the first recipient of the funds. They should get the funds first, because I believe in Koja first. And then this federation, I make sure that works with the Jamaat. And the Jamaat is then we have to ensure looks after the poor people. The grassroots has to wake up. And we have to wake them up through this system. If we are not going to do that, this community is going to go from bad to worse. These rich people or the people who are not poor or something, they will not care for us. The second thing in the constitution, if you see, is to relieve poverty amongst the members of the community. Social responsibility for all. No KSI sleeps hungry anywhere in the world. The one which they did World Federation aid, it should be World Federation aid for Kojas. You know, anything happening outside, Hawaii or something, they straight away make us beggars for them. They literally make us beggars. The moment you see that, they'll find some Shias or there are some Muslims in there, and they will say, oh, we need to help them, and we need so many $1,000s, and they'll say, every Jamaat through their federations, go into your community during Kushali and Wafat, go with the Bakulis, or help the Hawaiian people, help the people in there, help. Why are we not taking up this Bakula for us? We don't need help. Who's looking after our? You will see today, nowadays, it's become a sort of a practice in everything, and even private trusts are springing up, helping the orphans in Syria. They go around begging, go around taking money from them. They collect about 5,000-10,000, and they go and throw it there. What about our orphans here dying? What about our poor here sleeping hungry? And let me tell you, nowadays the situation in Europe and America is becoming such that they are not having equal meal on their table. Are we thinking about it? Have we ever have anything on the table to say that today we are going to think about politics? Has World Federation thought any time of this? They are only interested in their wawas. You'll see the photographs. They went to see Theresa May, or they want to see this speaker, or Dr. Molidi, they went to see somebody in United Nations. He takes a photograph. Does it help me? Meeting Theresa May is going to feed my poor. What are we going to do? It's not helping us. This is you are doing your own business. You are promoting yourself. You are not promoting the community. Wellness and well-being, physical and mental health services. We need this. We need everywhere. At least we should have a proper dispensary if we don't have an hospital. We should have proper health service. Everywhere, in every Jamaat, we should have one. We should be looking after them. We are not looking after them. Then multi-generation housing for seniors and youth.